let's get right into it. So start off by finding our comfortable seated position and taking a little bit of movement here. Maybe in the spine, in the arms, the neck, whatever you feel like you need to do, just to shake off most obvious points of stress that you may be finding. And whenever you're about ready to settle down, just shift forward and back, side to side on the hips, trying to get that even base, stable position where you can comfortably sit without too much fidgeting, anxiously moving around for a few minutes here. Slight engagement to the core. Spine is aligned directly over the hips, so not shifting too far forward or back. Let's take one big shrug up towards the ears with the shoulders, roll them back and down. Eyes open or closed to your preference. And we'll start to dig into the first few rounds of breath here. And after a minute or two, just try to notice if the posture has slackened at all. Towing that line between relaxed and lazy. Recommit to the posture. Recommit to the breath. Starting to center in on getting that right mindset for practice. Keeping in mind that we aren't going to completely forget about what may be troubling us, the stresses of the day. As well as what may be coming up for us for the rest of the week. Maybe even tonight, still things you need to accomplish. It's nothing to do with the next hour. There's nowhere else you can be besides the present moment. So let's not muddy it up with all those thoughts about past and future. All right, let's start to focus in here, get ready for movement. Let's take our 3 deep rounds of breath, our unifying breath, keeping us all together, even though we're in different locations, maybe even taking this practice at different times. We're all in it together. Keep that in mind as you're ready. Deepest inhale through the nose. Smooth, controlled exhale through the mouth. Completely empty the lungs. Next time, all the way in. All the way out. One last time in. And out. Very good. Blink the eyes open. And start to move into our first pose. You know it's trouble when we begin with boat, but that's where we're headed. All right. So step the feet onto the ground in front of you. Knees are bent. Hands to the ground behind you. Tented fingertips here. Really squeeze and engage the legs together before we do anything here. So maybe this is where you stay. Progressing on, leaning back onto the tailbone, lifting both feet up. Finding core engagement once again. Maybe grabbing onto the back of the thighs. Maybe arms outstretched. Just feel the breath moving through you here. Focus on your point of contact with the ground. Use that press down to lift yourself up. Find a little more space to the chest. Pull the shoulders back. Full breath in and out. One more inhale. Grab onto the back of the thighs here. As we exhale, we're going to roll ourselves onto our backs. Taking both knees into the chest. And let's just wrap ourselves into a tight little ball here. Lift the head, lift the chest and shoulders off of the ground. And relax. Let's extend both legs straight up to the ceiling here. Point the toes. And flex the foot. Feet, I should say. Let's point and flex. Point and flex. All right, hands down to the ground by your sides here. And some very simple movements to get the lower body moving. As you're ready, engage the core, both legs straight as possible at the beginning of our class here. And start to lower legs down towards the ground. You can stop about halfway or a little bit closer down to the ground. I'm just going to bend both knees, pull them in towards the chest, and extend both legs straight up. On the exhale, start to lower the legs once again. Bend knees into chest. Extend up on an inhale. And exhale. Just keep up with this movement. This is all coming quite easy for you. You can just revert to simple leg lifts. So without bringing the knees back into your chest, just pull both legs back up over the hips. Let's take that just a few more times with or without the knees bending. Good. Next time, legs are up over center. Keep them extended straight up. Reach both arms straight up as well. And let's try to reach the fingertips up towards the toes. Lifting shoulders, lifting chest up off the ground once again, squeezing the core in. Keep the breath moving. With the improved mic, hopefully you aren't hearing the panic in my voice as I'm reaching for breath. Maybe that will bring the experience home a little bit. One more big inhale. And exhale. Let the arms come back down. Let the feet come down, but let the knees bend. So feet are fairly close to the hips here. So we're going to take a moving bridge here. We're going to add a little dynamic stretching movement into it as well. So you're familiar with bridge, arms down, feet down, powering up through the legs, lifting the hips, squeezing the glutes as well to get that hip extension. Coming back down. So if you're still warming up, just go ahead and keep with that movement. If you're ready for a little bit more, fire up the legs, lift the glutes, take your right arm and reach it diagonally in front of the body and over the left shoulder. Come back down. Power up the legs and switch arms. Down. Do this a few more times each side. Right arm. So really try to find that thoracic rotation here. Reaching the right shoulder over. Maybe even finding your shoulders pretty close to stacked on top of each other. Let's do one more time each side. Very nice. Coming back flat onto your back. Grab both knees into the chest, and we'll start to rock ourselves forward and back. Until eventually we make our way back up to the seated position. Let the hands come down to the ground in front of us, hands and knees tabletop. Full breath in and out. All right, fingertips spread wide, palms flat into the ground. Okay, tuck both toes. So you have the option to keep the knees onto the ground, or if you can, start to press down against the ground. Just lift the knees up, hover them just a few inches above the ground here. Find your core engagement. Just picking up on the muscles required to hold this new movement. Take a full breath in. And as you're ready, I want you to bend into the knees, press the hips back, almost like you're pressing back into child's pose, but your knees are up. And shift yourself back forward, hovering table. Exhale, press back. Come forward. Keep it up. Last time forward. The next time you press back, you try to get a little bit deeper into this position. Keep the hands and arms strong. Tuck the chin into the chest. Looking straight down at the ground. Take a full breath in. And as you exhale, sweet relief. Press both legs straight. Should end up right in a downward facing dog. Make slight adjustments as needed. Bend into the knees one at a time. Maybe pick up a little bit of movement here. Take a full breath in. Full exhale. Exhale out. All right, and as you're ready, let's walk both feet forward in front of mat. Straight legs, flat back here. And as you exhale, fold forward, bend into the knees. Find something with the arms here. Maybe just let the hands touch the ground. Grab onto opposite elbows. Tuck chin into the chest. Try to go for full spinal decompression here. As you're ready, let the arms go. Slowly start to bring yourself up towards a standing position. Legs extending straight. Spine extending over hips. Fingertips spreading wide, arms reaching back and up. We'll take that right back down into a fold. Bend the knees, hinge forward at the hips. Get all the way down here, chin tucking into chest so the top of your head is facing the ground. And here we go. Next inhale, bring it all the way back up. And down. All the way up. And all the way down, we'll take it right into sun salutations here. So exhale, fold forward. Inhale, straight legs, flat back. Exhale, both hands come down, stepping back into downward facing dog. Inhale, shift the shoulders forward over the hands, plank position, push-up position. With or without the knees, our focus does not change. Lowering the body as a unit. Bending into the elbows. Feel them brush against the rib cage as you come down. Lift the hands off the ground about an inch. Want to keep this movement strictly to the core as we take an inhale and lift the chest up. Gaze looks straight ahead of us. Exhale back down, hands under shoulders. Tuck both toes on knees to tabletop, or inhaling straight up to plank. And exhaling, we all meet in downward dog. Full breath in. Exhale out. Step yourself forward, front of the mat. Same inhale, straight legs, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up standing. Palms touch and come down to the chest. Full breath in and out. One breath per movement here. Keep this really tight. As you're ready, inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Straight legs, flat back. Hands down, downward dog. Inhale, shoulders forward over hands, plank. Exhale down with control. Inhale, chest up. Exhale down. Tuck toes, palms flat, elbows in. Press up, everything comes up at once. And back, downward dog. Full breath. Two big steps, make your way forward. Straight legs flat back. And fold. Inhale all the way up standing. Hands to the chest. Full breath. One last time, all the way in, arms up. And full. Straight legs flat back. Hands down, downward facing dog. Third and final vinyasa. Inhale, shoulders forward over hands. Down to the ground. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, down. Tuck toes, press up. And back, downward dog. Full inhale. Two big steps forward, front of mat. Straight legs flat back. And fold. Inhale all the way up standing. Hands to the chest. 3 deep rounds of breath here. All right, feet about hips distance apart at the front of your mat. Let's take an inhale, bend into the knees, squat the hips down. Let's find a chair position here. So even through all 4 corners of the feet. So we're squatting down, but notice that the hips are not so far back that we're looking straight down at the ground. Our chest is facing the ground. Pull them in. So the chest is reaching forward, your gaze is forward. Loop the shoulders up and back so they're relaxed. A few breaths here. All right, let's try to fire up the breath here with a bit of more energized, focused movement. Take one big inhale at the top. Stay with me. Ball up the fist as we exhale. We're going to start to fold ourselves forward. Take the arms down by our sides. Extend the legs as straight as possible as you throw your arms back and up. Take an inhale, rebend the knees, squat the hips, lift up chair. Exhale, a little more fluid this time. Inhale up. And fold. Up. And fold. Up. And fold. Stay in this fold to bring both hands to the ground. Tuck chin at the chest. Quick opportunity for some free movement here, maybe turning the neck from side to side. Maybe bending into knees one at a time. Perhaps keeping the legs stable and walking the hands to one side. And then the other. Good. Come back towards center. Take an inhale, lift up chair. And an exhale, fold forward. Hands come to the ground, walk it back, downward facing dog. You can rest with your knees onto the ground, pause in downward facing dog, or flow through vinyasa starting on an inhale. Very nice. Meet you back in downward facing dog. One full breath in. Big exhale out. All right, here we go. So let's jump into our active flow. Downward facing dog. Take an inhale, right leg back and up. Exhale, step right foot forward, front of mat, in between the hands. Let's pivot on the back left heel, toes facing along edge of the mat, lifting it up for warrior two. Right knee directly over ankle, torso directly over hips, arms fully extended out. Let's take your next inhale, press the right leg straight, and pull the toes in so they're also facing the long edge of the mat. Moment here in the center. Find your exhale, turn your left toes to the back of the mat, bend to the knee. Find warrior two on this side. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Turn toes to the long edge once again. Turn your right toes back to the front. Find warrior two, perhaps a bit deeper this time. Take your gaze over the front right fingers, and we'll rest here for a few rounds of breath. So veterans of my classes already know one of my favorite sequences. Lots of movement. Things definitely get fired up a bit towards the end. Just starting, building on the fundamentals. Strong warrior two. Once again, our connection with our points of contact with the ground. Strong legs pressing in opposite directions. One full breath in. Exhale, windmill both hands down to the ground. Step the right leg back into downward facing dog, maybe three-legged dog. If you'd like to start firing it up here. Rest, pause, or flow through your vinyasa. Maybe even three-legged vinyasa here with the right leg staying up. Bending to the elbows until you come all the way down. Or our upward facing dog variation, flipping onto the tops of the feet. Keeping our legs off of the ground here. Lifting up, upward facing dog. So the hands and arms are strong. You can even swing the hips here. No contact. As you're ready, finishing it off as normal. Straight up through plank. Back to downward facing dog. Full breath. All right, let's keep it moving. Inhale, left leg back and up. Exhale, step left foot forward, front of mat. Pivoting on the back right foot. Warrior two on the left leg. Inhale, lift up. Here we are. Next inhale. Straighten the left leg. Turn that foot in. Exhale. Turn the back right foot out. Warrior two on the right side. Straight right leg. So we're just shifting in between sides here. Try not to overthink it. Coming back to the front. We'll rest here for about 5 counts. Full breath in. All the way out. As you start to bring both hands down to the ground, framing left foot. Back to downward dog, maybe three-legged dog. Taking a break or flowing through vinyasa. 1 breath per movement, keep everything in motion. Downward dog, full breath in. And out. Inhale, right leg backing up. Exhale, right foot steps forward, front of mat. Pivoting onto warrior two. Heel comes down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, relax. Here we are. Let's try to make that shifting back and forth a little more fluid now. Inhale, straight right leg. Exhale, turn to the back. Inhale, straight left leg. Exhale, turn to the front. We'll start off by finding a reverse warrior here. Left arm comes down, right arm reaches up. Try to feel the right knee still directly aligned over the ankle. Keep your core engaged. Keep the base of the spine still directly over the hips. Everything happening here above the rib cage. You can keep the arm down. You can extend it back behind you. Maybe even reaching down towards the right foot. Keep the breath moving. Full breath in. Exhale, make that transition through warrior two and bring both hands back down to the ground. Step it back, downward dog. And vinyasa. Downward dog, full breath in and out. Inhale, left leg back and up. Exhale, foot comes forward. Good. Fluid as we can be. Inhale, lift up, warrior two. Exhale, relax into it. Straight left leg, turn towards center. Exhale, turn and bend into the right knee. Inhale, straight leg through center. Exhale, turn and bend into the left knee, warrior two on this side. Take an inhale, pull ourselves up into reverse warrior. Remember the fundamentals, remember your options. Try and find something that works for a count of 5. Full inhale. Here we are. Exhale, reset through warrior two and bring both hands down. Back to downward dog, maybe 3 legs. Rest or flow through vinyasa. Full breath in. Exhale out through the mouth. Inhale, right leg back and up. Exhale, right foot forward, front of mat. Same sequence, keep it up, find warrior two. Right leg straight. Turning to the back. Left knee, warrior one or warrior two. Come to center. And come back to the front. Full breath in. And here we are. Let's take our exhale into extended side angle. Right forearm to the thigh. Left arm reaching straight up. Keep some options here as well. Maybe right hand comes down to ground. Maybe left arm extends over the ear. Always a great stretch. Feel that from fingertips down to the left ankle. Maybe left arm even wraps behind the back. Right arm under the thigh. Finding that full bind position. Holding for a count of 5. Not too bad. We can handle it. Full inhale. Big exhale. Release everything you had. Take an inhale, lift it up, warrior two. And exhale, come on down. Stepping back, downward dog. All of your options here on the table. Full breath in dog. Exhaling out. Let's go ahead and get started on the left leg. Lift it up. Step forward. Pivoting down, lifting up warrior two. Take the exhale to relax into it. Inhale, center. Exhale, back. Inhale, center. Exhale, back to the front. Full breath in. And taking the exhale to set yourself up in extended side angle. Whichever version works best for you. Here we go. 5 of your deepest inhales and exhales. Full breath in. Exhale out. Let's release everything we had. Take an inhale, lift it back up, warrior two. Exhale, bring both hands down. Step it back, downward dog, maybe 3 legs. Vinyasa is optional. Downward facing dog. Let's take 3 quick rounds of breath here. Just to let all the work we've done settle in so far. Taking just a quick moment to reflect on where we've been. One last inhale. Full open mouth exhale. Stick the tongue out. All right, let's get moving here. Almost finished. Take an inhale. Right leg comes back and up. Exhale, foot forward. Inhale, lift ourselves up, warrior two. Exhale, ease into it. All right, you know the movement. Center, back, center, and front. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, you bring your right hand somewhere onto the front side of your right leg. As you press the right leg straight, we're opening up for triangle. This is going to be our base option. You know, it wouldn't be that easy, of course. If you'd like to bend to the right knee, step it up for half moon. It's there for you. Take a big, powerful hop off of the front or the back left leg. Right hand comes down to the ground, about a foot in front of your right foot. Left arm can be up. It can stay on the hip. Preferably, you're looking down for balance. I'll give you one last option. I'd like to bring a little movement into it. The dreaded half moon circles. Not that dreaded, of course. Couldn't be that bad. As you're ready, the goal here is to bend into the right knee. Start to circle the left arm back and down. The left knee comes in as well. Everything curls into a ball. And like a big powerful spring. You're exploding back open. Half moon. That's one. Let's do that 4 more times. So if you're still in that triangle, you get an opportunity to take a nice long stretch. Somewhere I can hear Lori cursing me. Damn, Daniel. Back at it again with the half moon circles. But we do what we can. Everybody brings it back. Finding warrior 2, full breath in and exhale. Start to bring both hands down, framing right foot. Right leg comes back, downward dog, maybe 3 legs. Rest, pause, or flow. Full breath in dog. And out. Left leg backing up. Exhale, foot forward, front of mat. Pivoting on the back right foot. Inhale, lift it up, warrior 2. Still in the same sequence. Keep it moving, 1 breath at a time. Meet you back at the front of our mat for warrior 2. Left leg straight. Left hand slides down the front of that leg. Opening up for triangle. No shame if you're staying here. It's a great stretch. Half moon's there for you if you'd like to step up. Stretching at a different angle. Working on balance. If you'd like to add movement to it, half moon circles as you're ready. Exhale, start to bend in. Inhale, gather up and spread that energy. Keep it moving. I know that side was a little bit quicker without the explanation, so maybe we'll hold here for a few moments. Might even want to step back into triangle for a few moments. Take a breath in. And exhale, bend into the left knee. Let's pick ourselves up into warrior 2 one last time. And windmill, both hands down to the ground. Step the left leg back. Rest or flow. Downward dog, full breath in. Exhale out. Okay, 5th and final round. Let's get into it. Inhale, right leg backing up. Exhale, foot forward. Finding warrior 2. Straight leg. Exhale to the back. Straight leg. To the front. Okay, a little bit different here. Let's bring both hands down to the ground. And take a small step in with our left foot. So your first option, base option, is going to be right leg straight, runner's lunge. Throwing a little twist in here. The left hand is down. Revolve triangle. Extending the right arm out to the side. Using your points of contact with the ground. Remember, press down to lift up, turning to the side. Right arm straight up, chest facing right side of mat. Great place to stay. Second option, revolved half moon. So leaning forward, stepping into the right leg. Same thing, left hand is down, right arm is up, turning torso to the right. Full breath in. Exhale. Right hand comes back down to the ground. Scoot your left leg back a bit so you can step your right leg all the way back. Oops, downward dog, maybe 3 legs. And Vinyasa. 1 last half of a round to go. So any energy you've been saving up here, now is the time to let it loose. Let's take our full breath in. Full and complete exhale. Let yourself hear it. Inhale, left leg backing up. Exhale, left foot forward, front of mat. Pivoting back, forgot where I was for a moment. Pivoting back on the right foot, lifting ourselves up, warrior 2. And exhale. Call that the yoga buzz. It's setting in. Find your movements here. Good. Full breath in, warrior 2. Exhale, bring both hands down. Lift up the back right heel. Take a small step in. Left leg is straight, runner's lunge. That's option 1. Option 2, right hand down, revolve triangle. Extend the arm straight out to the left side. Left arm up as the torso turns. And that third and final option for revolved half moon, shifting forward onto the straight left leg, starting out in standing splits. Right hand down. Left arm out to the side and up. Make sure you get the back right leg up. Keep the breath moving. Full breath in. Exhale, left hand down. Big step back with the right foot. All right, let's bring this to an end. Left leg all the way back and up. Final vinyasa. Let's make sure we hit this. Downward facing dog. Take your deepest inhale yet. Full exhale out through the mouth. Very good. Let's bend into both knees. Take a hop to the middle of your mat. Bring your bottom to the ground. Keep the legs pressed together as we find ourselves back into boat pose. Let's finish things off the way we started. So you're either holding boat with as much support as you need, or we'll bring a little movement into it. As you're ready, take a full breath in. As you exhale, press the legs straight out in front of you, not straight up, straight out in front of you. Take the torso a bit back. Inhale, bring it all the way up. Exhale out. Inhale up. One last time. Let's come out. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Squeeze your legs, squeeze your hands, squeeze your stomach, squeeze your face even. Hold everything you got until finally let everything release onto the ground. Taking some full rounds of inhales and exhales before you even think about taking any movement. And as you're ready, bend both knees into the chest. Wrap arms around the legs. And take yourself from side to side. And exhale, press both legs straight up into the ceiling here. Let's slowly let the left leg lower down to the ground. Try to keep the right leg as straight as possible. Bend right knee into the chest. And give yourself a big hug in towards center. Spread the toes and roll into the ankle, both directions. All right, left hand to the right knee. Right arm extends out to the ground to the right side. Let's pull the right knee across the body here as we roll over onto the left hip. Very nice. So a very simple stretch. Don't need to add anything on here. But of course, I'll give you an option for it. If you'd like to bend to the left knee, maybe you're able to reach down with the right hand and make that connection between right hand and left foot. You can give a little extra quad stretch. Just keep the breath moving. Nice and easy, rolling flat onto the back once again. Step left foot onto the ground, cross right ankle to the left knee. Reach down, grab onto the left leg, and pull both legs in towards center. Take a full breath in. Full exhale out. Uncross the legs. Grab onto the back of both thighs and extend both legs straight up once again. Point the toes. Flex. Point and flex. Left leg stays put. Right leg slowly lowers down to the ground. Left knee bends in. Wrap the arms around the shin and take a big squeeze in up towards the chest. Let's roll into the left ankle here, both directions. Okay, right hand to left knee. Left arm extends out to the side, reaching left knee over to the right side, rolling up to the right hip, keeping both shoulders planted down to the ground. The left shoulder is going to want to pop up. Keep it down. Then your last option to bend to the right knee. Reach down with the left hand and grab onto the right foot if you like. Full breath in. And exhale. Release that right leg. Roll yourself onto your back. Step right foot onto the ground. Left ankle to the right knee. Reach the arms down. Pull the legs in. Let's take our final stretch. One big inhale. Full exhale out. Good. Uncross the legs. Let them extend out onto the ground. Let the arms extend as well. That is all I officially have for you. I will stay with you through Shavasana, so try to take a minute or two here just to incorporate any final movements or stretches that are part of your regular practice or that your body may be calling for. After an hour of full total body practice. Well done if you've made it this far. And whenever you're ready, you're starting to settle any last minute movements you had down to stillness. Taking one last big stretch, fully extending the arms, spreading the fingers, spreading the toes. Deepest inhale yet. And your full exhale. As you extend yourself out, flat on your back. Now fully releasing any final effort or focus you've been placing on the breath so far. Still want to observe it, still want to go one breath at a time, but just let it come naturally. Settling in to reap our final reward for practice, Shavasana. Closing the eyes. It's just you and the sound of your own breath. next few rounds of breath. Blinking the eyes open and bringing awareness back to the physical space. Bring some movement into the body and take about a minute to get yourself back up to a seated position. So just taking note of how the physical state, how the mental state has changed over the past hour. Not expecting leaps and bounds. Maybe, just maybe, bring a little bit of energy back. Maybe sparking positive change in the attitude. A little burst of motivation. Keep yourself moving. You've certainly taken a great step this evening, keeping your health and happiness in mind. I want to thank you deeply for joining me once again this evening. And until we meet again, namaste.